Let's call the meeting of the March Delaware County Regional Wastewater Meeting to order. Penny, if you'll take the roll, please.
Ray.
Present.
Ron.
Here.
Brenda.
Present.
Bill.
Here.
Josh.
Present.
First thing I have on here is public hearing. Notice the filing of the wastewater funding application with SRF for the Overlook Drive project.
Yeah, to hold the public hearing. Or, I don't know which one.
I didn't look down, didn't even see that, didn't, I went right over the top of that, my apology. So, I'll take a motion to suspend
I would make a motion.
the regular meeting. I have a first and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Suspended. Now we need to call the public hearing for the Delaware County Regional Wastewater Meeting. Open, notice the filing of wastewater funding application with SRF for Overlook Drive. Is there anyone here to speak?
It's the filing for the Westdale.
Westdale.
Mine says Overlook Drive.
Well,
That's the old one. That's the old one. She has the new one.
I was so confused.
I'm sorry, yeah, because I was just,
confused. When we were like, okay, which one are we talking about?
Okay.
When Jason and I were doing the agenda.
so Overlook, this is for Westdale?
Yeah,
Westdale.
Westdale and DCRWD
That's the
wastewater
new
utility
one.
improvements.
We got our lines crossed.
Okay.
Okay, so, yeah, I had Westdale, so, or had Overlook, all right.
I was
So
looking
for
at the
wa-
same one as you.
Okay. I wasn't making things up. All right. For the Westdale, Delaware County Regional Wastewater District, wastewater utility improvements. Rob, you like to speak?
I'll take that. Notice of public hearing, intent to file wastewater funding application. The Delaware County Regional Wastewater District intends to file an application for a wastewater infrastructure improvements project with the Indiana Finance Authority State Revolving Fund. The purpose of this application is to seek financial assistance in the form of a grant and/or low-interest loan for the DCRWD Westdale wastewater utility improvements. The complete application is expected to be filed on or before March 1st. Copies of the preliminary engineering report will be on file at the county courthouse, 100 West Main Street, Suite 101 or 301, Muncie, Indiana 47305 for review between March 1st, 2023 and March 16th, 2023. Questions and comments about the district's funding application can be addressed at a public meeting or a public hearing to be held at the county courthouse on March 1st at 3 p.m. Commonwealth Engineers Incorporated will be on hand to present the final PER and to answer questions and comments from the public at this meeting. Written comments from the public will be accepted from March 1st, 2023 to March 16th, 2023, and should be sent to the Delaware County Regional Wastewater District's office. Attention, Jason Richards at 100 West Main Street, Suite 301, Muncie, Indiana 47305. Anyone requiring special assistance should contact Delaware County Regional Wastewater District's office at 765-284-6370. And that is the what was noticed, the public notice that was in the paper. So now we'll accept any comments from the public.
Okay. Anybody wishing to speak in favor of? Seeing none, anybody oppose? Seeing nobody is here to speak, and is there any comments from the board? Then I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll make a motion, we close the public hearing.
I'll second.
I have a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carried. Public hearing's closed. How do I properly reopen after? Do I need a motion?
I think, to reopen, yeah.
I'd entertain a motion to reopen.
I would make a motion to reopen the.
Second.
I have a first and second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? And we're back in session on the regular Delaware County Regional Wastewater Board meeting. First item on the agenda, minutes, February 1st, 2023. Has everybody had a chance to look them over? If so, I'd entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we accept the minutes as read.
I have a first and second. Any discussion or changes? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Treasurer's report. Seeing Pete is not here, I'll go through claims from January 28, 2023 through February 17, 2023 totaling $226,854.90. Account balances as of February 17, 2023. Cash operating balance, $420,000. Improvement fund balance, $2,229,636.45. The Delville TIF transfer of $9,411 for February of 2023. If there's no discussion or deal, I'd entertain a motion for approval.
So moved.
Second.
I have a first and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? All approved. New business Westbrook disbursement request.
We have two disbursements that we need to approve this month. One is a new one for Commonwealth Engineers for $8,475. The second one is a Atlas pay app as well for $45,775. And that is actually from February's board meeting. If you can see on the bottom here, we also need to approve the last retainage release for Atlas. On their pay app, for their SRF pay app last month, they had the total of the February pay app and the retained release on their last one. Atlas and Commonwealth caught it, so the total of last month's pay app is actually equals to the $45,775, and the total retained release that needs to be approved now is the same amount, just we had to break it up in a retained release and a pay app.
Okay.
So we need to get the two disbursements requests approved, then also the last pay app, the retained release.
Singular or plural?
The two pay apps, one for Commonwealth. So we're just pretty much, I'll resubmit the one that was submitted in February. SRF's not gonna process that one, and we're adding a retained release to it.
To approve the request for the total two.
Okay.
I have a first and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion approved. That complete Westbrook?
That
I-
completes the total. Now we need to do the retainage release as well.
Make a motion to approve the retaining request.
Second.
First and a second on the retainage final release. Commonwealth's approved. Any discussion amongst the board? All in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? Approved. Jason, uncollectible?
Yeah, Penny, feel free to stop me if I'm missing anything on these two. We have one that we need, it'd be my recommendation to go ahead and approve and get wrote off for a property at 8308 Yellowstone. It was a HUD property. It was, this one was the one that was never lived in, right?
Excuse me just a sec. Sir, yes, it just has to stay, just has to stay where it's open. Right there, that's good. It just has to be enough for open door policy. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Go right ahead, Jason.
For $337.06. Then we have another one that was a bankruptcy. Danielle and Stephanie's office had looked at this, and our amount was added to the discharge of $393.65. So we need to get those two amounts approved and wrote off on the books here.
I'd entertain a motion to write off
Do them individually.
individually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a motion to write off the Yellowstone for $337.06.
I have a first. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose?
Make a motion to approve the write-off of the bankruptcy for $393.65.
Have a first. Do I have a second?
Yes, sir.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Oppose? Motion carried.
Let me see.
All right. For collections update for the director's report this month, as of Tuesday, we were sitting at $4,403.98 of the entire collections area of past due bills. We had 2 properties reconnected and 3 properties disconnected in the month of February. As you can see, the biggest part of that being Rorton DeSoto. We were still on the 10-day notice before disconnection can take place. That always is the case, and it always buttons up and becomes a lot more reasonable number. So we are going to be really it was even really close, as I was talking with Davey before the meeting here, than what it was last month. So just normal stuff there. Out in the field, the only thing that we really had going on this month is one of our lift stations that is actually going to be part of our Rorton collection system improvement project will soon be going out to bid here. We had a hit and run on one of our panels, and it was crazy. I mean, a car actually completely ran one of those panels, was as tall as it was. With it being a panel that was going to get redone and rebuilt anyways, kind of where we set it right now. Torque has came out, the one that we've used in the past to build our panels for $600 and also $500 for the Westbrook project. They came out and got us going and put us in a place till this project goes out to bid and we see construction, so we're good there. Other than that, everything else is going smooth in the office and out in the field, and we're good.
Okay, board, anybody got any questions for Jason? Yes.
Did you get your truck?
No, I have not. So I'm glad you asked that. It was meant to come in at the very beginning of last month. It got held up for in Chicago for an additional inspection. So
Oh, okay.
that's where we're at right now. But I've actually touched base with the guy from Toyota yesterday, and he's saying that an update should be provided Friday.
Good.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay. Danielle?
Okay, I gave an update on mediation last month and what that process entails. I think we are ready for board approval this month. If the board so decides to go to mediation with Muncie Sanitary District to get that final stretch potentially resolved on our new rate. So I would like a motion to entertain whether the board is in favor of moving forward with that.
Before we go to the motion, Ray, you want to say a little bit about our meeting or any of that?
I think the meetings so far is going very well. I think that we need to move forward.
I agree with your sentiments and your comments. Jason, how about you?
I think we're definitely headed in the right direction. I think we're at the point where it's getting down to the nitty gritty, and I think we can make headway on this and get to a long-term deal for sure.
Is there any questions from any of the board? If not, I would entertain a motion as far as the mediator.
I'll make a motion for move forward with
A second.
I've got a first and a second. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Along those lines, the mediator that we talked about using that worked with MSD and Liberty, he has sent me some information on availability. The two choices we have are to try to rush into mediation in the next 2 weeks, essentially. I'm not sure how feasible that is, getting our schedules in line with MSD's schedules and him trying to push that for us. Second alternative is he is retiring from Frost Brown Todd on April 1st. And if we're okay waiting until after that April 1st time frame, he has a lot lower overhead, almost no overhead, and has indicated his hourly rate will be a lot cheaper. The board obviously can make the decision on if you want to wait or try to get it rushed. My recommendation to the board is to wait until after April 1st. We've got spring break coming up, which puts Jason and myself out. And then I know there's a week Bill's going to be gone, and so we could maybe look at around that second week of April getting in with the lower overhead. But if there's a sense of urgency, I can always reach out and say, go ahead and run the conflict check and get us on your Frost Brown Todd calendar if the board would
With
so
that said,
choose.
on the deal, I would like to go to the middle of April, not because I'm out or that's out, you guys all have a right to choose to do. I want time for this, these negotiations are going, I want to give this a little bit more time. So I don't want to get in a hurry because we've come to a new place. I don't want to get the cart in front of the horse. I want to take our time. We are very close, and it's not a time to mess up now. So I would prefer not to be rushed on this. I would like to do this right.
I'd like to make
A second.
I have a first and a second, and is there any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? Danielle, please proceed.
Would the board like for, well, and I guess we can leave it open. I'll just need to know calendar-wise who I'm coordinating with. We can make it available, obviously, for the whole committee that has been in these meetings to attend. And if a committee member is not able to make it or doesn't feel the urgency to go, I think at a minimum, it will be myself, Jason, Bill, and then I just need to know whose calendar to coordinate with.
Did Joe, did you get a response? Okay, with Pete out, what I would ask the board, could we do this? Could you put out an email on this one here and get responses from the full board since a couple board members are missing?
Yeah.
That hasn't been here. I mean, we all should be able to reply in a timely fashion of what
And I
they
don't
see.
think that's anything that requires a motion to say,
Right.
we're going to allow this. I just want an idea, trying to schedule
See
who
if there's
I'm
some
looking
others
at.
there that want to be in. I want to give everybody the opportunity. I mean, where we're at. If you guys feel confident this way, or if somebody wants to be there, you know the committee that's been at the table, so you can respond accordingly. All right? Okay.
Hang on. Okay. I don't know if we talked in the meeting, but it was brought to my attention that our ex officio member from the health department is no longer with the health department. I took a look at our originating documents, and I think if we were to do away with that position, does he need to leave?
Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, okay.
So go for it.
If we need to do away with that position, we'd have to go through IDEM, have approval. So my recommendation to Jason was to just reach back out to the health department. It sounds like they may potentially know who is going to fill Turner's role at the health department, and it makes the most sense since he was in charge of this area for that person to then be our ex officio member, but we're still waiting on word. So just as an update to the board, hopefully we know something soon from them. The expectation is just that they give us monthly reports and maybe attend a quarterly meeting or something like that. So we will keep you updated on that. I was asked to just confirm on the public opening of the bids that just needs done in public, but not necessarily at one of our meetings. And that is correct. So just so long as one witness is there at the time the bids are opened, that can be done at the district office like has been done in the past. We talked about Oakville. We will need a motion for Bill to be able to sign the signatory resolution and the PER acceptance. I think those can be done in the same motion when we, yes, for the Westdale project. I was getting there. For the Westdale project.
We all got corrected.
I would make a motion.
I have a first, do I have a second? I have a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carried.
The maybe more important thing we have this month is discussions with Gaston and Westdale. And I can either let Bill or Jason give an update, I can give a brief update. What I would like to do, the meeting that we had, that Bill, Jason, and myself attended Monday night, the Westell School Board, their attorney and superintendent, and then the Gaston Town Board and their attorney and us were all present. I have a lot of concerns for, and I guess it was Gaston's executive session, wasn't it?
Yes, as executive.
So without saying
Yeah, we can't.
too much, I have a lot of concerns for the way the meeting went. As a result, I would like to send a letter to Westell. The things we can talk about, the board knows what the project entails. We need to make some things clear to Westell. I don't want there to be any question as to the district's position. Our position, from my understanding, is that the contribution we will be making is the $500,000 in ARP money. And the county also has the almost $250,000 in TIF money. None of that money can be spent because it is project specific until Westell has incurred a bond and committed to this project. So I want to make sure that they understand that from the board's perspective. We also want to make sure that they understand that we have hired Commonwealth, we have money invested in this, and that Commonwealth will be the engineers working on this project. And that's what our board is comfortable with, because we're going to own the infrastructure from the work that they are doing for us. They're our engineers. That is also Gaston's perspective on this project. I would like to put those in the form of a letter back to Westell's attorney. I will have another phone call with Gaston and Westell's attorney Friday at 3 o'clock that they've requested, Westell's attorney has requested that we participate in. So I will have an update next time on that conversation as well.
Isn't John Brook Gaston's attorney?
No,
Fine.
Aubrey, no, we got rid of that town.
No, don't need to say anything else. I
Aubrey
understand.
Chris represents Gaston. We've had a great relationship with her thus far. Westell has hired a gentleman by the name of John Becker out of Noblesville. So,
I think you've done a good job explaining it. Jason, do you have anything that you would like to add?
Oh, I bet you hit it all.
She hit it all. I think the letter goes, nothing, remember, we were in an executive session, so certain things are there, but what can be talked about is what we have talked about here, what our commitment is from Delaware County Regional Wastewater. That is what the letter totally entails. Will entail what it was, the 500,000, project specific, where we're at, what we need to happen, to move this project forward. It's basically just outlining what our role is from Delaware County Regional Wastewater specifically. So there was some misunderstanding there. That's what we're doing, is clarifying it going forward. So do you need a,
I would like one, given the,
I would entertain a motion for that letter to be sent.
I make a motion to send the letter.
I have a first and a second. Is there any discussion from the board? Seeing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Oppose? Please.
that is all I have.
Okay. Seeing that, I did get a text from Ashley. She is not here. You all got her report. She's caught up in a meeting. I mean, this is the first time that she's been in this situation, so I'm all right here. I'm quite happy with what's going on. I think the response has been positive, so I really don't have anything other to add. I know if you guys are watching it, I know it pops up on mine. I'm seeing it. I don't know if the office, you guys have got anything to report, any problems, concerns, areas? Okay. So be it. That's done there. Committee report, we reported on MSD, like I said, the mediator, so we've all been through that. So Commonwealth, it is now your turn.
I don't have anything else to touched on everything.
Okay. Got it. Seeing that, I would ask the board if there is any other business any board member has to bring before this meeting. On that, then I will open it up, public comment. Sir? Okay. None there. Seeing that, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we skedaddle.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion's carried. We are adjourned.